Alright, welcome back to another video. I decided to make this one because Duck Life Adventure as well as Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD were taking longer than usual. As you can see, this is on Roblox, and I'm on my alt account because I already got all the badges in this game on my main account. But essentially, this is me getting all the badges in Sonic R-eacharged. Now, you may notice the R is a little big. Well, if you're a Sonic fan, you may recognize Sonic R. Well, the only issue with how it launched is it released for the Sega Saturn and was included in Sonic Gems collection, and nothing else. And since none of that is on modern-day hardware, fans decided to recreate it on Roblox with some extra features, but they're also missing the weather features. But it's okay. We also have a new track and more staff ghosts, as I like to call them. Anyway, we already got our first badge for playing the game. I'll have a counter up top left so you can see how many badges we have out of the total. Anyway, this first track here is Resort Island. Essentially, let me run you through the collectibles. These first two out of the three I'm going to mention here are from the original Sonic R, and then the last one was added in Recharge. So the thing I just got there is a Sonic medallion. They look a little different in the Sega Saturn / Gems collection versions, but they function the exact same. Collect all 5 of them and you go up against the Staff Ghost. Now then, you may notice if you played Sonic R, there are no CPU racers on the track. Well, that's because there won't be, as this was made so you race online players, but I'm in a private server, so I am still racing my brother though to make it more fun. And essentially, in terms of badges, which are Roblox's version of achievements, similar to how PlayStation's version of achievements is, well, trophies. So, next we have the Chaos Emeralds. In the original Sega Saturn version, you have to place first after getting it in order for it to count, but in this, yeah, that's not really how it works. You just kind of get it. In private servers only, getting all the emeralds will unlock Supersonic. Now then, the last one that was added in Recharged is the Chaos Ring, which you will see in a bit. Each one gives a badge. Other than that, getting all 6 of them, there's our next badge there for getting the Blue Chaos Emerald. Other than that, though, the Chaos Rings, getting all of them will unlock all 3 Team Chaotix characters, that being SBO, Charmy, and Vector. If you don't know who those characters are, that is okay. But, yeah. Anyway, our next goal, getting the next badge, those are the Chaos Rings, and that is for getting the Blue Chaos Ring, that badge there. So now I'm just gonna, there's the end of the race. The balloons we don't need to worry about, that's just a currency for the shop to unlock character skins. But yeah, we're just gonna race the Staff Ghost, and essentially, if you've played any kart racing game recently, you will be familiar with Staff Ghosts. If not, get to the goal before they do. Some games, they're easy, like this one, and some games, like Team Sonic Racing, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they are extremely difficult. And I mean that literally. And, yeah, but as you can see, that's 1 lap down. I am playing on my phone using a controller attached through Bluetooth. Which controller am I using? An Xbox Series X controller. Sorry, PlayStation fans, I would use a PlayStation 5 controller if I could, but I don't have a PS5. Although I have an Xbox Series X. So, yeah. On the bright side, though, if I get a capture card, I'll record on my 360, because I do actually have an Xbox 360. Also, I don't recommend holding drift for too long in this game. But, here's the thing, I don't have a capture card, so I can't record on the 360, but hey, maybe when I get a capture card, if I do, I can screen record on the 360. So, that'll be nice. In case you're wondering what games I play on there, Minecraft, I also do stuff like Sonic 06, Sonic Free Riders. Yeah, I I may be a hardcore Sonic fan, so I'll play the worst of the worst as well, but let's just say the reason those two are bad, well, anyway, there's our next badge for beating the first staff ghost. Sonic 06 is glitchy, and Sonic Freeriders uses the Kinect. In case you are unaware of what the Kinect does, you use your full body to control the game. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, this next track is Radical City. Now, I'm just going to show you the raw gameplay in the background while I talk the whole time, unless I have literally nothing to say, because, I mean, this base recording, you can complete this entire game in like 30 minutes. It's really short, even with the added content. And yeah, now, if you saw those badges there and how we got them, you already know how we get the rest of the badges. Now, here I actually started to try to race my brother, so as you can see, I took a shortcut there. And some of these shortcuts will blow your mind. I was surprised to see how overpowered they were. Anyway, that badge there is for getting the purple Chaos Emerald. So, yay! Anyway, this next medal, instead of taking the shortcut booster, you go through here and get the medal. Now, my brother took the lead. Let's see if we can catch up. So anyway, we continue going, and we get the rings. Now, we go through here and get the badge for getting the green Chaos Emerald. Well, maybe once the game unfreezes, there we go. So, now we need to continue going, and essentially, yeah, we go and get another medal. I'm sure you get the process by now. The next one is on that, and yeah, so here we continue. And we get a fire shield, which, other than being a shield, does absolutely nothing. Oh, and it goes away in water. It might do something, I don't know, I couldn't find a use for it. But anyway, for the next one, we need to go ahead and, well, I took the wrong route there, hang on. Yeah, you can backtrack in this game, and since there's no CPU racers, you have nothing to worry about unless you're racing online in public servers. Then you have something to worry about. There's a badge for the green Chaos Ring. And here we go, off to the next race. I might as well no, I'm not going to cut to the Staff Ghost because we're literally seconds away from it. Anyway, here we go. And see, with Recharged, now that I've finished, I need to wait for all of the players to finish, that being, well, my brother. And, well, there we go, he finished. So now, we just need to continue off to the next race, which, well, here we go. It is the easiest Staff Ghost in the game, but if you don't know any of the shortcuts, it can be a little tricky, so take the shortcuts I take here. I double jump over the water, because if you go over the water with most characters, you just go under the water, which, yeah, the Sonic characters of this game can go underwater and not drown, but they move extremely slow in the water, so it's not worth it. Anyway, you just take this shortcut here. And yeah, I'll explain one of the first shortcuts that was at the beginning as well, once we get to it on the second lap. Anyway, we take that booster, make sure you have at least 35 rings so you can get launched all the way. We double jump over the water again. And now we come here. This part we can double jump over or just barely do that. If you're struggling to go on the skinny part of that thing there, just double jump over the pit and you'll be good. So now go this way. And yeah, this is essentially the Staff Ghost. I am going to essentially let it be like this. I am spamming drift again, which is really bad. And yeah, but as you can see on the map, I am the blue dot that is in front, my brother is the other blue dot, and then Tailsdoll is the orange dot. And I'm destroying Tailsdoll. And yeah, even if my brother just passed me there, I'm still beating Staff Ghost. By a lot, actually, so yeah, this is pretty easy. So, one issue with it being a Roblox remaster, though, to be honest, is the fact that you have to deal with Roblox physics. But there's our next badge for beating that Staff Ghost. So, like and subscribe if I should, continue with Roblox games and 100% those as well. Because I have a lot of fun with achievement hunting, especially in Sonic. And yeah, anyways, this next course is Regal Ruin, which, if you're a Sonic Unleashed fan like myself, you'll like the music in this, because it's, even though this game released way before Unleashed, it's a remastered version of, either that or Unleashed is a remastered version of this track, with Jungle Joyride Day Act 1. Yes, it's a remaster of that OST. Anyway, we go through here and grab the Orange Chaos Emerald for the badge Orange Chaos Emerald. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the names of the badges aren't creatively named, but to be honest, for a fan remake, the achievement names don't need to be that creative. It's cool when they are, but they don't need to be, in my book. So, anyway, I just missed an obvious medal. Anyway, that's the Chaos Ring for Purple Chaos Ring. We got another badge, and now we need to keep going to the end of the race. Now then, when we get to the next lap, we will have some things to do. So, for this next one, we need to simply go up here to get another medal, but go through this 50 ring gate, and we get the yellow Chaos Emerald, which grants us our next badge. And yeah, now Roblox is playable on iOS, Android, PC, Xbox One or Series consoles, as well as PS4 and PS5. Fun fact, actually, if you're playing on Xbox or PlayStation, not only will you have the in-game badges to go for, but you also get Xbox achievements and PlayStation trophies for them as well. Stuff like playing Roblox 3 days in a row, 10 days in a row, 20 days in a row, playing Roblox games, play a game for an hour straight, stuff like that. So, if you're an achievement hunter and you like Roblox, maybe go for all the achievements or trophies on Roblox. Anyway, all that aside, in the individual Roblox games, some of them you can play on console, PC, and iOS and Android, some of them you can't. This one is playable on all of them. And yeah, the one thing is you can't actually play in private servers on console. You used to be able to by joining a friend that was in one, but you can't anymore. You will be able to for a few seconds, and then it'll kick you out for no reason. But, yeah, anyways, that is the next Staff Ghost beaten. Actually, that's not the Staff Ghost beaten. What am I saying? Now we're moving on to the Staff Ghost. As you can tell, I do not have script when it comes to these voiceovers. I just kind of say whatever comes to mind, which is kind of useful as it saves me time on writing the script, but it also, I feel like I should use a script anyway, because, well, you know, it's kind of hard thinking up stuff on the go as I'm recording. Yes, I've been talking for 15 minutes straight. Anyway, here is the next thing, and we have to simply win the race. this shortcut at the beginning here, unless you have a character that can run on the water, I recommend double jumping to that little area there. And then over here, this shortcut actually skips all the way to the end of the course. Well, at the end of the lap. So collect these rings. Hopefully you have at least 35 rings when hitting booster. If not, that's okay. And yeah, you just simply keep going at this until you win. It is that easy. Now, I will say there is an annoying glitch in Sonic R-eacharged where if another player, like, you saw how my brother was in the previous Staff Ghost race? Well, essentially, because he was, whenever I finish this, it'll have to wait for the Staff Ghost to finish as well, because it'll think that there's 2 people doing the Staff Ghost. As you can see, I think I just won there. I think, I'm not sure. I think I did, yeah. But the Staff Ghost still needs to finish. So, we're kind of waiting for it to finish. Anyway, it is close though. It is very close. By the way, the time limit on the Staff Ghost races aren't the time limit for how long the Staff Ghost takes. It's how long you have in the Staff Ghost race. So anyway, that's the badge for being the 3rd Staff Ghost. Yes, I know it says 4th. I don't know why the developers did it like that. Anyway, yeah, so I will say the badges for the last 2 tracks, there's a secret track that is able to be voted for in private servers, but we don't need that one for the badges run. Although if you want me to create my own achievement set and do it, I will absolutely include that course in it as well. Anyway, like and subscribe and comment if you want that. Anyway, let's do this. So we are here getting, so as I was saying, the last 2 tracks, there's the badge for getting the yellow chaos ring, will have creatively named badges. So that's that. It's just the other badges really don't, in my opinion, which isn't a bad thing, as I said earlier. So for the next one, we need to get the next medal, which is all the way over here in this little thing. Now, fun fact, this OST here is also used in the Chemical Plant Zone and Sonic Speed Simulator, another Roblox game. And yeah, you can actually still access chemical plants hidden away somewhere in New York City. Yes, I pronounced that right. It's based off of the Sonic Prime area, New York, which, yeah, originally I thought it was also New York, but it's not, it's New York. Don't question it, I don't have an answer. Anyway, this one you'll need to stop after coming out of the loop, head back, and this Chaos Emerald here, as well as the other one, which you get a badge for, in the original Sega Saturn and Gems collection, they will, bounce out, but in this they don't, they just kind of appear, which is alright. I mean, it reduces the challenge. Anyway, I will say, if you're wanting to pick up Sonic Gems Collection, then, well, if you're in the US, it was released for Nintendo GameCube, which is backwards compatible to the Wii. If you are anywhere outside of the US, it was released on PS2 and is, of course, backwards compatible with the PS3. So, that's that. Anyway, this is where the next Chaos Emerald is, right here. And this is actually the last Chaos Emerald in the game, giving us our last Chaos Emerald related badge. And you may know that when you get all the Chaos Emeralds, or as I said earlier, you get Super Sonic, which normally drains rings from you. In this game, though, he actually doesn't. Anyway, there's the win. It does take my brother a little bit, though, as he wanted to get all the medals, too, and I had to guide him to one of the medals, so... Yeah, he actually had to do most of the track backwards to get to me, but... Yeah, there he goes. Anyway, if you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you like Sonic or achievement hunting. I've recently started doing achievement hunting here, and as I said earlier, I have the Works Duck Life Adventure, as well as Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD, which is way better than the Wii version, trust me. But I will say, if you want another achievements video before then, I've already done Duck Life Battle all achievements, if you're interested in that. So, with that out of the way, we're gonna wait for my brother to finish. He's almost there. Yep, he just said he's almost there. And there he is officially done.
Yay!
Yep. Anyways, so now we're gonna get into the Staff Ghost. Anyway, here is the Staff Ghost, and this one, out of the 4 that were originally in Sonic R as well, this one's the most challenging, as he takes all the same shortcuts but doesn't utilize the booster.
What do you mean? I'm destroying him.
Yeah, well, that's the shortcut there. You just take a right there. It's very easy, and this next one actually shocked me, but I saw it online. You can actually just do that.
Aww. Sad.
Yeah, anyway, now it's time to beat the rest of the Staff Ghost, and yes, that's the entire lap. So.
Yay!
Yep, that other person speaking in the mic, by the way, is my brother.
I'm going against Ben, yeah!
Yep. Anyway, now we continue. Yeah, hopefully I'm making this sound entertaining. I promise it's a lot of fun. It really is. But we still need to do it. So, yeah, badges are really easy, to be honest. So, anyway, after this race, spoiler alert, we unlock Supersonic, and you already know what I'm switching over to after this race. Yep, Supersonic. So, now, we just need to get to the end of the course. There's my brother. And he barely beat me, but we still get the badge.
I didn't barely beat you, I destroyed you!
Well, we got the badge for beating that Staff Ghost. Anyway, these next 2 courses are, well, the second one, the last one I'm gonna do wasn't actually in the original, but anyway, so, the, Staff Ghost on this next track actually didn't exist in the Sega Saturn / Gems Collection version and was added in Sonic R-eacharged. Or should I say Staff Ghosts. Yep, there's 2 of them, and we need to beat both of them, but we race them both at the same time, which may be confusing some of you. I promise it will make sense in a bit.
We absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah.
Except in the first lap.
Yeah, as my brother said, we destroyed them except for the first lap. Anyway, the OST in the background is Supersonic Racing, plays on this track when you use Supersonic. If you're not using Supersonic, a different OST plays. And if you bring up the name, and if you say Supersonic Racing to a Sonic fan, they'll probably instantly think of this song. It's actually pretty good. This track will have 5 medals and a Chaos Ring. It actually doesn't have any medals in the original Sonic R, but it does here. It also won't have them in Gems Collection as well. Which, yeah, this is essentially how we're gonna do this. So, alright. So this is Yeah, it's pretty obvious that this is inspired by Rainbow Road.
Hey, it is?
Well, yeah, the track is a rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother was asking if this was really inspired by Rainbow Road.
I didn't know that. It's a Sonic game, not Mario game.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, yeah, so the rest of this track is just this, so yeah, I promise you, it's a lot of fun to play, especially with friends. It just may not be solo, but I had a blast recording this video, and watching it back, it's also really fun. Although not as much as actually playing it. You have to actually give it a try. By the way, in case you're curious on how much Roblox costs, it's
$0 is free.
Yep, it is completely free.
And no, we are not sponsored.
Nope. Anyway, that's the badge for getting the purple chaos ring. Although I seriously thought it looked pink. And anyway, that's the last of the medals. So, you know, I will say the track layout's actually the exact same as the Sega Saturn / Gems Collection original now.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Anyway, in case you're wondering the price on the original Sonic R for the Sega Saturn, I don't know, although I did see a YouTuber mention how old of a game it is and how few copies were sold since it was on such a poorly sold console, it is going to be a couple $100 for just the game.
Is it not selling anymore?
No, it was made back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my brother was asking if no more copies were being sold.
They know.
Okay. Anyway, that's the race there. And, yeah, so, as for Gems Collection, I don't know, although I'd assume it's a little less. But I'm not entirely sure, although you can look it up for yourself if you're really curious. Anyway, as my brother is, while editing, trying to headbutt me.
No, I'm not.
Okay, he wasn't.
No, I'm not. I was never.
So, we are racing two staff ghosts. They are literally both racing at the same time. Mighty is a lot more better than, Ray.
Yeah!
And in case you don't know who these characters are, that's okay. Some might say they originated in Knuckles Chaotix. They actually first appeared in an arcade game called, actually I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Sega Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. But anyway, they also reappeared in Sonic Mania Plus DLC in 2018, which Mania is on Base Mania, as well as the DLC is on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Nintendo Switch 2, and Steam. And Mania Plus in 2024, maybe 23, I'm not sure, was actually released on the Netflix gaming services, which is for sure it's on iOS and Android. I'm not sure about PC. It might be. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we raced through the rest of this track. And yeah, so as I'm trying to say, this track, I like it a lot. It's a good finale.
Yes, it is.
And, well, we actually have one more track after this that was added in an update to Sonic R-eacharged.
This is the best map ever.
Yep, it is. So, anyway, we get to the end.
And what?
Well, I beat the race. Now we need to wait for my brother to beat the race. Don't worry, he's close. You can see it on the mini-map.
Yay!
Anyway, that's the badge for beating the 5th staff ghost.
We destroyed the staff ghost.
or, well, the 5th and 6th Staff Ghost. And here's the next track, Royal Sunset.
Which we are going to destroy the Staff Ghost again.
Yes, we are. Anyway, this Staff Ghost with Supersonic is the hardest. The previous Staff Ghosts with without Supersonic is actually the hardest. And so, in case you're wondering, the badge we just got, you have to beat both of them to get the badge. Anyway, that's the medal. This track was added in the Roblox version, so if you played the original Sonic R but don't recognize it, that's okay. So, that's the Chaos Ring, and we got the badge for it. Now, at this point, we have one badge remaining.
Yay!
So, for it, we need to beat the Staff Ghost.
Okay.
Yep. So, we go for all the medals, which are very easy to get.
Yay!
And now we go down the slide.
Okay.
Now, here at this fan, I recommend jumping into the medal.
Okay.
Okay, and now jump over the booster to save your rings.
Okay.
Anyway, we are going to continue. There's another ring gate we're going to open, which is over here, this one, which grants us another medal. So now, we go around. Well, actually, we were supposed to go left there, but it's okay, we can still get there from the right.
Yeah, it's fine.
And there's the medal, we got it.
Yay!
Now, we need to get to the end of the track, which is extremely easy.
Okay.
Now, the Staff Ghost, I will mention more on it when we get to it, but it was actually added as a secret playable character in the 360 PS3 versions of Sonic the Fighters, which was originally an arcade game, but was added to PS3 and Xbox 360, and I think it was on PC as well. I could be mistaken. Well, Steam. But you may notice when you go to buy it, as it's digital only, it's been delisted.
Aw, sad.
How do you get it? Well, you have to buy for $60, which is actually very worth it.
Yay!
On either Xbox or Series or One or Steam, which will grant you access to it's the Sonic the Hedgehog Legacy Bundle. Here's what all it contains in it, which, some of it is delisted, some of it is not, but if you buy the bundle, you will get all of it regardless. Sonic Generations 2011 release, Sonic 4 Episode 1, Sonic 4 Episode 2, you will get the Generations Pinball DLC, and if you install both episodes of Sonic 4, you will also get, the Metal Sonic episode, and then you will also get Sonic the Fighters, Sonic Adventure, the DX expansion to Sonic Adventure 2, as well as the Battle DLC for that.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you can do that pretty easily. Here's the Staff Ghost. Staff Ghost is Honey the Cat.
We are going to destroy them.
Yeah, Honey the Cat is not a very well-known Sonic character, but she is really fast in this game.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna beat her, as I said. Now, if you're wondering how I'm doing all this first try and know all the stuff, I've 100% of the game in New Game Plus, as I like to call it, many, many times. I have so many times playing all these tracks, I can do them in my head. If you're doing this for the first time, it may be a little difficult, and that is okay. Now, for New Game Plus, in case you're curious, you can't actually do it in a public server, as well, it won't let you regain the medals, but you can do it in a private server, which is what I do. And private servers on this game are completely free, no Robux required. So, anyway, here we go. with the rest of the Staff Ghost race. And yeah, like I said earlier, if you like this, then like and subscribe. Please, it would help me out a lot. And yeah, anyway, we gotta get to the end of the track and beat the final Staff Ghost. So, we take the shortcut there. Supersonic can run on water, by the way. And then we take these bands, get off on the right, because the left is slightly higher and would take longer in the bands. And then the slides will immediately bump us up to full speed. And then we jump across that, and then take the booster with at least 30 rings. Well, we got 28 there, but it doesn't really matter, as we just beat the Staff Ghost. Now my brother has to finish, which he is close to doing.
Yay! I'm so good! Yay! I finished!
Alright, and that's all the badges. If you liked this, like and subscribe. Next is gonna be Duck Life Adventure All Achievements.
Oh, that's gonna be so hard.